In the last decade, over 80 million people started using vapes. That's more than 21,000 new users daily, a growth that surpasses any other consumption increase ever seen. But what are these devices really, and what dark secrets lie behind their production? To answer these questions, we need to explore their history and the true intention of their creator. In the early 2000s, a Chinese scientist named Han Lik worked tirelessly to find a solution to high tobacco consumption due to his emotional story. Han Lik sought a less harmful alternative to cigarettes after his father died of lung cancer from smoking at a young age. As a regular smoker himself, he also wanted to reduce his own cigarette consumption because he didn't want his son to suffer the same pain he had experienced with his father. That's how he invented electronic cigarettes in 2003. They were perfect. Their design included an atomizer that vaporized liquid using an electric coil, allowing users to inhale vapor instead of smoke. News spread quickly by word of mouth, no pun intended, as vapes were being used by anyone who heard about them. Companies soon showed interest in Han's invention, offering unimaginable sums to bring it to Europe. In 2006, vapes were introduced in Europe for the first time, marketed as the ultimate solution to high tobacco consumption, aimed at helping people quit smoking. But in 2010, everything took a drastic turn. Until then, vapes were extremely expensive and inconvenient to buy. You had to purchase the device, replacements, and liquids constantly. On top of that, technical knowledge about them was minimal. So if your device broke down, finding someone to fix it was difficult. What better solution than to create a new model that's cheap, accessible, and highly addictive? Welcome disposable vapes. Companies like Supreme, Puff Bar, and Blue began selling vapes that offered greater convenience, no maintenance, no refills, and available in a wide variety of appealing flavors. The idea was perfect. What could go wrong? Well, a lot. Nicotine consumption surged to unprecedented levels, especially among young people. The ease of use, variety of flavors and colors, and the perceived healthier way of smoking were key factors in the skyrocketing use of vapes. What was created to help nicotine addicts ended up causing the largest increase in users ever seen. It's almost ironic. Now that we know the history of vapes, we can focus on their mass production. The first step is receiving the vape's two main pieces, the top and bottom parts. Both are produced in another factory, usually made of plastic, and come in vibrant colors that vary depending on the flavor, duration, and power of the device. Let's start with assembling the lower part of the device. Once completed, each unit is inspected. Those that don't pass are immediately discarded. Next, the e-liquid is injected into the device. But what does this liquid contain? Mostly chemicals, such as propylene glycol, PG, enhances the vapor's flavor and creates the throat hit sensation that users find pleasurable. Vegetable glycerin, VG, another base liquid that makes the vapor denser, responsible for large clouds. While generally considered safe, heating VG can release toxic compounds like acrolein, which can harm the lungs. Nicotine, the addictive component derived from tobacco, providing the hit users crave and fueling dependency. Artificial flavors. These offer a range of flavors, fruity, menthol, sweet, etc., making vaping more appealing. Some chemicals used in creamy flavors have been linked to lung diseases like bronchiolitis obliterans, also known as popcorn lung. Scientists have already proven that artificial flavors are one of the biggest risks in vaping. These liquids contain other dangerous chemicals, some of which are carcinogenic. To finish the liquid stage, each device is weighed. If it weighs less than the standard, the machine automatically detects the missing liquid and refills it. As you can see, most of the work in these factories is done by humans. Large production factories employ between 1,000 and 4,000 workers daily. Shifts can vary, but they typically last 10 hours, 6 days a week. With so much work, these employees must earn a good salary, right? They earn between $300 and $500 per month, translating to roughly less than $2 per hour. This allows factories to hire large numbers of workers without significant investment, often cheaper than buying machines to handle production tasks. Once the liquid quantities are verified, we move to the second assembly stage, which includes various electronic components. To finish assembling the second main piece, the device's lower casing is added. This is where air enters, enabling vaporization and housing the battery and electrical input. The top and bottom parts are finally connected and sent to the assembly area. The devices are fully sealed, and each battery is inspected. In this factory, products are tested in various ways, either with the device or by the workers' own mouths. It's important to note that some factories require workers to test the products themselves. This has two terrible consequences. First, the product's hygiene is compromised since it's tested by humans who may carry illnesses that can be transmitted through saliva. Second, testing thousands of vapes daily poses a significant risk to the workers. Finally, the vapes are sealed from both ends to prevent air from entering the device before the consumer buys it. One factory can produce nearly 500,000 vapes daily, which must then be exported and shipped to buyers. 90% of vapes are produced in China and shipped worldwide. Despite being the leading producer, Asia has one of the lowest consumption rates. The continent with the least vape consumption is Africa, ranking 5th. Asia is 4th, the Western Pacific is 3rd, Europe is 2nd, and North and South America share the top spot, led by the United States, the world's largest vape consumer. Approximately 1 in 30 Americans uses vapes, and this number continues to grow alongside the popularity of these devices. But why do people use vapes if they're so dangerous? The primary reason is misinformation. Remember, vapes are relatively new, and there's still little information about them. It's common for people to receive incorrect information. It's crucial to stay informed and share accurate information with those around you. If you know someone who uses vapes, we encourage you to share this video or other information on the subject. You can also leave suggestions in the comments about products we should investigate.